right into that. Now, before we do, I'd like to remind you, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for being here, and let's go over the earnings report. Now, we had a couple articles come out last night when the earnings was released, right? So this first one says that NIO sales top $2 billion in transformational year. So if you scroll down, you can see their fourth quarter revenue jumped 133% to $1.02 billion, and the revenue for the full year 2020 rose 108% to $2.49 billion. So basically, you can see that almost half of their revenue came in the last quarter. What does that tell you guys? That tells you that NIO is increasing their sales dramatically per quarter. So that's why I think 2021 is going to be even a bigger year, just because of the jump we saw from the fourth quarter compared to the other three quarters. That's huge, guys. And then we go on to say, and it says that NIO delivered 17,353 vehicles in that quarter, and then it listed out specifically, what we do. And then for the whole year, it mentioned NIO delivered around 44,000, and then last year it delivered around 21,000. So that tells us that NIO is increasing their sales, they're increasing their output. They doubled the car production in a year, basically. So that's amazing to see. That lets you know that the business is going good and they have a lot of growth potential, and you can already see what it's been doing. Now, I would like to know something. So there was two numbers that were reported with the whole earnings. So there was something called non-GAAP EPS, which shows they beat it, and GAAP EPS, which shows they missed it by 10 cents. So there's probably a lot of confusion around this, and I'm going to try to explain to you guys what that means. So GAAP is what is accepted in the United States. We don't go by the non-GAAP, okay? Now, I'm going to try to explain what the non-GAAP is, if I can find it on this article. Basically, what the non-GAAP is, it talks about the share dilution, the share offering. So here it is right here. So the non-GAAP, it relates to dilution when they do the share offering. So basically, it doesn't really affect the overall operations and overall sales of their vehicles. That's why they didn't want to include that into their earnings, because the share dilution does not affect, in quotation marks, they're actually like sales of the vehicles, and that's what they believe to show a better picture of the company's growth. And then it says right here, the company also believes that the non-GAAP financial measures allows for greater visibility with respect to key metrics used by the company's management in its financials and operational decision making. So basically, like I mentioned before, this is basically due to share stuff, like with the several offerings they did. But overall, though, we don't go by that system here in the United States. So that's why you see that it was reported at a loss. That's why you see that. So a lot of people were probably confused about that. Just want to clear the air up on that. Now, yesterday and after hours, we saw that first initial reaction. We gapped down, and then today, unfortunately, it just followed through. We followed through with that, and we really lost a lot today. We lost 13% today, 647. So it was a rough day today for NIO. I would like to say that it was rough. I would like to note, though, that it's still in the expected move. So we didn't hit the bottom of it. The bottom of it is $39.35. The top of it is $55. So we didn't even hit the bottom yet. So NIO has more room to go down to. Now, what I want to see NIO do tomorrow is get above here. Get in this area right here. So get above $45. That's the first step. We need to get back in this horizontal channel right here. We really do, guys. I would like to note, though, that the overall market was down today. Now, I'm still bullish on the overall market. I was expecting this sell-off right here. So what I'm thinking on the overall market, and I know I'm comparing the overall market to NIO, but NIO likes to follow sometimes with the market. So if the market's up, hopefully NIO will be up. So we had the push up, we have the pullback, and then we have something like this. That's what I'm going with the overall market. Same thing with SPY, pullback, push up. That's what I'm going for. NIO, if the overall market is up, I think NIO will follow suit. So right now we've been in this apparent downtrend. I mean, it's been rough. We've just been selling off. So that's what we're working with right now. Until that trend changes, then we're still in a downtrend. So you have to keep that in mind. It's falling. It's falling. There's no other way to look about it. And what I'm waiting for NIO is just for some confirmation, guys. Before you start pouring into this, before you start buying more, wait for that confirmation. Wait for the dust to settle. Let things come to you, okay? Just wait. Be patient. Sit on your hands if you have to. just wait on it. Wait for us to start pushing back up. Now you may ask, hey, what's the confirmation? When do I know we're good? We're back in the bullish trade. I want to see us get it back above 48.31. That's the first step. I know we still got quite a ways to go, $5. We can cover that one day. But really, for me to start being convinced we're starting to reverse here, 48.31. So our first step, I did mention getting into $45, but that's only the first step, guys. We have a lot more to go. We have quite a ways to dig ourselves back out of this hole. But just based off of this, based off from the investor standpoint, this is very reassuring. I think this was a major overreaction for NEO, just based off the numbers they're putting up. I mean, the growth that they're expected to see is just insane. It's just insane, and it's very, I guess, concerning why it would sell off like this. Are investors not confident in NEO? But overall, I do think we get some type of relief rally here. Hopefully we do, because we've been in this apparent downtrend. So your main focus ultimately is getting above 48.31. That's where I want to see us above. And then other than that, we need to see some type of reversal here, guys. So my main advice to you is just be patient, wait for the trend to start changing, and then hop on it, add more. But don't try to catch the knife while it's falling right now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below, and then I will hopefully get to them and answer your questions. Other than that, thank you for being here. See you guys in the next video.